2026 has already begun, and most people will waste it. But if you listen to this until the end, your mindset will never be the same again. Welcome to the year 2026, a new chapter in the long human story where time offers no guarantees, only opportunities. Every new year arrives the same way it always has, quietly and without permission, reminding us that progress is not automatic and growth is never accidental. History teaches us that civilizations did not advance because time passed, but because people chose to think differently, act deliberately, and learn continuously. The printing press did not change the world simply by existing. It changed the world because people used it to spread knowledge. Electricity did not create progress on its own. Progress came when humans learned how to harness it with discipline and responsibility. In the same way, 2026 will not transform your life unless you decide to use it with intention. This year is not a miracle waiting to happen. It is a tool waiting to be used. And tools only work in the hands of those who are willing to learn how to hold them properly. If you want your life to keep growing, begin this year by mastering your direction before chasing speed. Many people move fast but arrive nowhere. And history is filled with examples of ambition without clarity, leading to collapse. Empires that expanded too quickly often fell because they lacked strong foundations. Personal growth works the same way. When you define where you are going and why, your actions gain meaning, and your effort gains endurance. Direction gives your days structure and your struggles purpose. Without it, even success can feel empty, because achievement without alignment rarely brings fulfillment. Growth in 2026 will belong to those who move forward with clarity, not those who simply move faster than everyone else. To keep evolving, commit yourself to learning as a lifelong habit, not a temporary phase. The most influential thinkers in history, from scientists to philosophers, shared one trait above all others: curiosity. They asked questions long after others accepted easy answers. In a world that changes faster each decade, learning is no longer optional. It is survival. New skills protect your relevance. New ideas sharpen your judgment. And new perspectives expand your empathy. Learning does not always mean formal education. It means paying attention, reflecting on experience, and being humble enough to admit you do not know everything. When you choose to learn every day in 2026, even in small ways, you quietly build an advantage that compounds over time. Another key to continuous growth is discipline, the quiet force behind every lasting achievement. Motivation may inspire you to begin, but discipline is what allows you to continue when inspiration fades. History shows that great accomplishments were rarely the result of sudden passion alone. They were built through consistent effort repeated over years. Discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect in action. It is choosing long-term progress over short-term comfort. In 2026, your daily habits will matter more than your occasional breakthroughs. Small, repeated actions shape character, and character shapes destiny. As you move through this year, learn to see failure not as an ending, but as information. Every meaningful advancement in human history was preceded by mistakes, revisions, and persistence. Scientific discovery, technological innovation, and social progress all required trial and error. Failure becomes destructive only when it is ignored or denied. When examined honestly, it becomes a teacher. Growth accelerates when you are willing to adjust your approach instead of abandoning your vision. In 2026, resilience will be one of your most valuable assets, not because challenges will disappear, but because your response to them will define your outcome. Equally important is the way you manage your time, the one resource that has never increased in supply. Everyone in history, regardless of status or wealth, has been given the same 24 hours each day. What separates those who grow from those who stagnate is not how much time they have, but how consciously they use it. Time invested in meaningful work, reflection, and rest becomes progress. Time spent drifting without intention quietly slips away. In this new year, treat your time with respect, because how you spend your days is how you spend your life. Do not overlook the power of character as you pursue growth. Skills may open doors, but character determines how long they stay open. Trust, integrity, and accountability have shaped societies and sustained leadership throughout history. When character is strong, progress becomes sustainable. When it is weak, success becomes fragile. In 2026, choose to grow not only in what you achieve, but in who you become. True development is internal before it is external. Finally, remember that growth is not a destination you arrive at, but a process you commit to. There is no final version of yourself waiting at the end of the year. Only a more aware, more capable version shaped by your choices. Welcome 2026 with patience, courage, and responsibility. Let this year be defined not by promises, but by practice, not by wishes, but by work. If you choose clarity over confusion, learning over comfort, discipline over excuses, and purpose over noise, your life will continue to evolve. Not because the year is new, but because you are.